Steps in factoring a general quadratic trinomial or GQT of the form ax squared plus bx plus c using the AC method. In this general quadratic trinomial ax squared plus bx plus c, a is greater than 1. A is any integer greater than 1. A is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. So how do we factor a general quadratic trinomial of the form ax squared plus bx plus c using the AC method? Step 1. Prepare two sets of parentheses. Factor x squared into x and put these inside the parentheses. Step number 2. The sign of the middle term bx will also be the sign inside the first set of parentheses. Step number 3. The sign that must be multiplied to the sign of the middle term bx to get the sign of the last term c will also be the sign inside the second set of parentheses. Step number 4. Then think of factors of AC, the product of A and C, whose sum is B, if the sign of C is positive, or whose difference is B if the sign of C is negative. The larger factor will be f sub 1 and the smaller factor will be f sub 2. Step number 5. Get the value of A over f sub 1 and A over f sub 2. Then simplify or express in lowest terms. The numerators will be the coefficients of the two variables x inside each parenthesis, and the denominators will be the constant terms inside each parenthesis. Let's have some examples. Example number 1. Factor the general quadratic trinomial 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. First step is to prepare two sets of parentheses. First set of parentheses for the first factor and second set of parentheses for the second factor. Then, we will factor x squared into x and x. Mag-iwan lang tayo ng konting space sa unahan ng bawat x dahil maaaring may mga ilalagay pa tayong numero mamaya dyan, nakatabi niya. Step number 2. The sign of the middle term will be the sign in the first set of parentheses. Since positive tong middle term 5x, positive din yung ilalagay doon. Then, ano namang ilalagay na sign dito sa second set of parentheses? So, malalaman natin yan sa pamamagitan ng sign nung last term na 3. Anong imumultiply mo sa positive para maging positive? Correct. Positive. Positive times positive equals positive. So, nakaready na ang ating mga x at ang mga positive. Step number 4 na tayo. The next step is to find the product of A and C. In this general quadratic trinomial, our A is 2 and our B is 5 and our C is 3. We will get the product of A and C. So 2 times 3 equals 6. Then, we will find factors of 6 whose sum is 5. Sa Tagalog, maghahanap tayo ng factors ng 6 na kapag pinag-add mo, ang sagot ay 5. Correct. 3 and 2. Because 3 times 2 is 6 and 3 plus 2 is 5. Ang ating first factor will be the larger factor at ang ating second factor will be the smaller factor. F sub 1 equals 3 and F sub 2 equals 2. Last step is to find for A over F sub 1 and A over F sub 2. Ang A natin ay 2. So we have 2 over F sub 1 is 3. Ang fraction ba na 2 over 3 ay masisimplify o malo-lowest term pa ba? Hindi na. So, this will be the final value or fraction na gagamitin natin mamaya. Next, A over F sub 2. So, our A is 2 over our F sub 2 is 2. May GCF ba ang 2 at 2 maliban sa 1? Malo-lowest term pa ba to? Correct. So, 2 over 2 is equivalent to 1 actually. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Or we can also say that 2 over 2 is equivalent to 1 over 1. Kapag dinivide mo parehas yung 2 at saka yung 2 sa 2. 2 divided by 2 equals 1 and 2 divided by 2 equals 1. So, this is the lowest term na gagamitin natin. Now, meron na tayong mga fractions na 2/3 at 1 over 1. Yung mga numerators, which are 2 and 1, yun yung ilalagay natin sa tabi ng mga x. So, etong 2 na ito, dito siya sa x. At etong 1 na to na numerator, dito siya sa pangalawang x. At yung mga denominators naman ay yung magiging constant terms dito sa loob ng bawat parentheses. So, itong 3 na denominator, dito siya sa first set of parentheses, and itong 1 na denominator, dito siya sa second set of parentheses. Since ang 1x ay katumbas lamang ng x, pwede na nating tanggalin o burahin yung 1. So, the factors of 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 are 2x plus 3 times x plus 1. Na-factor na natin ang ating given trinomial. Alright, let's proceed to our next example. By the way, you may check your answer using FOIL method. 2x times x equals 2x squared. 2x times positive 1 is positive 2x. Positive 3 times x is positive 3x. Positive 3 times positive 1 is positive 3. Simplify. Bring down 2x squared. Combine like terms. Positive 2x plus 3x is equivalent to positive 5x. Then bring down positive 3. Therefore, our factors are correct. quantity 2x plus 3 times quantity x plus 1. Let's have our next example. Factor 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. First step, prepare two sets of parentheses. First set of parentheses for the first binomial factor and second set of parentheses for the next binomial factor. Ang factors ng x squared ay x and x. Kung ano ang sign ng middle term, yun ang ilalagay mo na sign sa first set of parentheses. Since negative ang middle term na 7x, negative din ang ilalagay sa first set of parentheses. Then, para malaman natin kung anong ilalagay na sign sa second set of parentheses, ano ang sign na imumultiply mo sa negative para maging positive. Ang magiging basihan ay yung sign ng last term. Anong imumultiply mo sa negative para maging positive? Correct! Negative, because negative times negative is positive. Then, next step, we are going to get the product of A and C. So, our A here is 2, our B here is 7, irregardless of sign, huwag mo na isasama yung sign na negative, and our C here is 3. So, A times C or 2 times 3 equals 6. Now, anong factors ng 6 na kapag pinag-add mo, ang sagot ay 7? Correct. 6 and 1. Lagi mong ilalagay ang larger factor sa f sub 1 and ang smaller factor sa f sub 2. Next step is find A over f sub 1 and A over f sub 2. So, our A is 2. 2 over 6. Our A over f sub 2 is 2 over 1. Ang f sub 2 natin ay 1. Ang 2 over 6, malulowest term pa ba? Yes. Ang GCF ng 2 and 6 ay 2 because they are both divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Therefore, this is the lowest term, 1/3. And ang 2 over 1 ba, malulowest term pa ba? May GCF ba ang 2 and 1 maliban sa 1? Wala na. So, this can be our final fraction, 2 over 1. Pag 1 na lang yung nasa denominator, okay na yun. So, itong 1 over 3, ilalagay natin yung 1 dito sa first x at yung 3 dito sa constant term. Sa 2 over 1 naman, ilalagay natin yung 2 sa pangalawang x at yung 1 sa pangalawang constant term. Since ang 1x ay equivalent lang naman sa x, tanggalin na natin yung 1. So therefore, the factors of 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 are x minus 3 times 2x minus 1. And that is the final answer. Pwede niyong i-check sa pamamagitan ng FOIL method kung tama ba ang ating sagot. First terms, f, x times 2x, 2x squared. Outer terms, o, x times negative 1 equals negative x. inner terms ay negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Last terms, L, negative 3 times negative 1 equals positive 3. Simplify. Bring down 2x squared. Combine like terms, negative 1x minus 6x equals negative 7x. And bring down positive 3. As you can see, same lang yung lumabas na sagot dun sa ating general quadratic trinomial. So therefore, tama ang ating sagot na factors. Quantity x minus 3 times quantity 2x minus 1. Let's have our third example. Factor 2x squared plus 7x minus 4 using AC method. So our first step is prepare two sets of parentheses, first factor times second factor. Then, write the factors of x squared, x, and x. As usual, mag-iwan ng space before ng bawat x kasi maaaring may mga ilalagay kang numero pa dyan. And kung anong sign ng middle term, yun yung sign sa first set of parentheses, then anong i-multiply mo sa positive para maging negative? Correct. Negative because positive times negative is negative. Ang basihan is yung sign ng last term. Then, we will get the value of A and C. 2 times 4 equals 8. Then, find factors of 8 na kapag pinag-minus mo, ang sagot ay 7. Kasi since negative ang sign ng last term, difference ang hahanapin natin. Pero kung plus ang sign ng last term, sum ang hahanapin. So, depende sa sign ng last term kung sum or difference ang hahanapin. So, anong factors daw ng 8 na kapag pinag-minus mo, ang sagot ay 7? Correct. 8 and 1. Because 8 times 1 equals 8 and 8 minus 1 equals 7. Next step is to find a over f sub 1 and a over f sub 2. Our a is 2. So 2 over f sub 1 is 8. Next is a over f sub 2. Ang a natin ay 2 over f sub 2 is 1. Check nyo kung pwede pang ma-lowest term. Kasi kung pwede pang ma-lowest term, kailangan nyo siyang i-lowest term o i-simplify. 2 over 8, malo-lowest term pa ba o masisimplify? Yes, ang GCF ng 2 and 8 ay 2. So, 2 over 8 will be equivalent to 1 over 4 or 1/4 pag dinivide mo sila pareha sa 2. So, this will be the final fraction na gagamitin natin. And since 1 lang naman itong denominator sa 2 over 1, ito na yung gagamitin nating final fraction at hindi na siya masisimplify. So, 1 and 4 ilalagay natin dito sa first set of parentheses at yung 2 and 1 ilalagay natin sa second set of parentheses. Basta take note, ang mga numerators or final numerators rather, ilalagay natin sa mga x, katabi ng mga x. And yung mga final na denominators, yun naman yung mga constant terms. Since ang 1x ay katumbas lamang ng x, tanggalin natin yung 1. So, the factors of 2x squared plus 7x minus 4 is equivalent to x plus 4 times 2x minus 1. So this is our final answer. Yan. Kayo nang bahalang mag-check sa FOIL method kung pag pinag-multiply ba natin tong x plus 4 and 2x minus 1, equivalent ba siya dito sa 2x squared plus 7x minus 4. Kayo na bahala mag-check ha. Let's proceed to our fourth example. 2x squared minus x minus 10. First step, prepare two sets of parentheses. First factor times second factor. Then, x, ano ang sign ng middle term? Negative. So, ang ilalagay natin ay negative dito sa first set of parentheses. Then, anong imumultiply mo dito sa negative na to para maging negative? Anong imumultiply mo sa negative para maging negative? Yes, that's correct. Positive. Negative times positive equals negative. Then, let's find for the value of AC. Our A here is 2. Our B here is understood to be 1. Huwag mo na isama yung negative na sign. And our C here is 10. Huwag mo nang isama yung negative. So, kunin natin yung AC. 2 times 10 equals 20. Then, mag-isip ka ngayon ng factors ng 20 na kapag pinag-minus mo, ang sagot ay 1. Tama, 5 and 4. Because 5 times 4 is 20 and 5 minus 4 is 1. Next step is A over f sub 1 and A over f sub 2. Our A is 2. So substitute 2 over f sub 1 is 5. Hindi na malulowest term. So this is the final fraction. A over f sub 2 naman is 2 over f sub 2 is 4. Malulowest term pa ba? Correct. Divisible sila pareha sa 2 which is their GCF. So 2 over 4 is equivalent to 1 half or 1 over 2. So ito yung mga gagamitin nating fractions. 2 and 5, 2 over 5 and 1 over 2. So dito yung 2 and 5, dito naman yung 1 and 2. Since ang 1x equivalent lang naman sa x, huwag na nating ilagay yung 1. Tinatanggal lang yung, take note ha, tinatanggal lang yung 1 kapag coefficient siya ng isang variable. Pero kapag wala naman siyang katabing variable, halimbawa 1, itong nandito, hindi mo pwedeng tanggalin yon, ha? So, the final answer is 2x minus 5 times x plus 2. Or, we can say that the factors of 2x squared minus 1x or minus x minus 10 is equivalent to quantity 2x minus 5 times quantity x plus 2. Kayo na bahala mag-check kung equivalent lang ba ang product ng dalawang factors na ito dito sa general quadratic trinomial na ito. Kapag tumama, tama ang iyong sagot. Let's now proceed to our next example. Now, pwede ba natin gamitin ang AC method sa GQT of the first case? Ang first case kasi natin is x squared plus bx plus c. Pwede naman kasi ang a natin doon is understood to be equal to 1. So, ibig sabihin, ang ita-times mo lang palagi sa c ay 1. Kasi a times c or 1 times kung ano man yung value ng c. So, let's try. So, let's prepare two sets of parentheses. Then, let's have a times c. Understood na 1 yung a, understood na 8 yung c. Pero wait lang, nakalimutan ko. Factors muna ng x squared, x, and x. Then, kung ano yung sign ng middle term, yung nilalagay mo sa first set of parentheses, then, anong ita-times mo sa positive para maging positive? Correct, positive. So, tandaan nyo na lang, pag parehas na positive dito sa general quadratic trinomial, automatic, parehas ng positive doon sa two sets of parentheses. Then, let's now find the AC, or the value of A times C. So, 1 times 8 equals 8. Then, anong factors ng 8 na kapag pinag-add mo, ang sagot ay 6? Tama. 4 and 2. Gaya nga nasabi ko sa inyo, lagi niyong unahin yung first factor sa f sub 1. Lagi niyong unahin yung mas malaking factor sa f sub 1 at yung mas maliit na factor sa f sub 2. Then, let's have a over f sub 1, which is 1 over 4. And our a over f sub 2 is 1 over 2. Parehas na yung hindi na masisimplify. So, our final answer is 1x plus 4 times 1x plus 2. Or, simply, x plus 4 times x plus 2. Yan ang factors ng x squared plus 6x plus 8. Now, kung mapapansin nyo, parehas lang naman na 1 yung nakalagay dito sa mga coefficients kanina nung x. Ibig sabihin, kahit na hindi ka na gumamit ng AC method dito, yung kumpletong AC method kung saan hahanapin mo pa etong a over f sub 1 at a over f sub 2, okay lang. Kasi ang x squared ay equivalent naman talaga sa x times x. So, hindi mo na kailangan kunin itong mga fraction na a over f sub 1 at a over f sub 2. Kahit na, ibig sabihin, kahit na ang diretso mo na lang gawin is ganito. Hindi ka na mag-apply ng AC method. Punta tayo sa next problem. So, hindi ko na to gagamitan ng AC method ha, para madali na lang. Kasi 1 lang naman yung unahan eh. Alright. Burahin ko muna to. Ay sige, gamitan na lang din natin. Ang gulo ko, no? So, ang A, mamaya na pala. Yan, antok na ako mga kaibigan. So, lagyan natin ng two sets of parentheses. Factors ng x squared ay x and x. Tapos, ang a mo ay 1, ang b mo ay 7, huwag mong pansinin yung sign, at yung c mo ay 12. Oh, by the way, nakalimutan ko, dapat pala sign muna after ng mga x. Kung anong sign ng gitna, ilalagay mo dito, negative. Tapos, anong ita-times mo sa negative para maging positive? Correct, negative. Because negative times negative is positive. So, tandaan nyo, ang pattern kapag minus plus dito sa general quadratic trinomial, sa ating two sets of parentheses naman, minus minus. Parehas minus. So, kunin naman natin yung AC. Understood na 1 ang A. So, 1 times 12 is 12. Anong factors ng 12 na kapag pinag-add mo, ang sagot ay 7? Correct. 4 and 3. Laging dito sa f sub 1 ang larger factor at laging sa f sub 2 ang smaller factor. Then, kukunin mo pa yung a over f sub 1 at a over f sub 2. So, 1 over 4 and 1 over 3. Which is hindi naman na masisimplify parehas. So, dito ang ilalagay mo 1 and 4. Dito naman 1 and 3. Since ang 1x ay parehas lang sa x, tanggalin ko na yung mga 1. So, this is the final answer. The factors of x squared minus 7x plus 12 are quantity x minus 4 times quantity x minus 3. So, ibig sabihin, kapag mapapansin nyo, laging 1 lang naman parehas yung coefficients ng mga x dito sa factors, no need na gumamit ng AC method na kompleto kapag 1 lang yung coefficient. Kahit hindi mo na ibigay yung a over f sub 1 at yung a over f sub 2. Diretso, kung ano na pala yung factors, yun na lang yung ilagay mo. Yan, kahit na hanggang dito ka na lang pala sa step na to. Yan, ito pa lang, ito na yung ilalagay mo mismo doon. Ito yung f sub 1, ito yung f sub 2. Kasi 1 lang naman yung a. Ito, 1 lang naman yung ating a. So, no need na umabot ka pa dito kapag ang a mo ay 1. Alright? Okay, so thank you for listening. Naway may natutunan kayo. Bye-bye!